Hi, welcome to a quick daily update of laying the draw with BF Bot Manager. As you can see, I did yesterday replace the exit at 1.75 with the no exit strategy because this strategy was doing better in simulation mode. I still have all these running in simulation mode, so I can look at those at any time, and I'll include that in future videos. But today I just wanted a quick update on how this one's set off in real mode. As you can see, we're like I say, a huge 4p up. We've actually won 9 out of 15 trades, so we've lost 6, so it's a 60% strike rate, which is pretty low, but a lot of the losses are just small losses now because of the way we've tweaked the strategy. So if I go into the markets and just show you what's happened, this is absolutely everything since we switched this strategy on. So that's the 9 green numbers there and the 6 red numbers where it gets the 9 out of 15. As you can see, we started off with a bit of an error, which was a £2 error in our favour though this time, so I've just left that in for now. And you can see 8p profit, minus £3.50, so that's probably about, that's getting on for the most we can lose, so I'm quite happy that we're still 4p in profit because of that one there. Now you can see that ended 0-0 across here. And I did look at the match as well. This is some kind of, it looks like some kind of playoff championship ACL, I think it was. It looks like some kind of Asian league, sort of small league system. There's only 4 teams in this league, so I was wondering why we've got second place at home to first place, and second place is odds on favourite. There was only 4 teams in the league, and I'm not sure if they just played out a draw or not, so that's something I do need to desperately look at, is the league. So I'll be doing that today or tomorrow and working out which leagues I want to work on. I'm actually just going to look at it. I'm still going to leave them all in because I want the historic data there to actually see if these kind of league setups are causing problems. You can see this is round 3 group stage, and I looked it up on Flash Scores app, and I could see there was only 4 teams. I think these teams are from different countries. There's like a Malaysian team, this is a Japanese team. These are possibly Malaysian or something like that. And there's I think when I looked at some of the other teams, there was like Australian teams and China teams. So it's somewhere over the sort of eastern side of the world. It's whether I want to continue with these or not. I still would have expected a goal in this, but obviously one didn't come, so we lost £3.50 there. 12p loss. Just have a quick look at that one. That was 0-0. Oh, it went to penalty. Oh, it went to penalties, so that must be some kind of knockout as well, because this away team won 2-0 to level up the tie by the looks of it, and then it went to penalties. I probably should need to sort of start filtering and getting on just league games, I think. But even league games at this time, well, league games in Europe at the moment at this time of the season are a bit awkward as well, because you get odd results and upsets and things like that, and teams not trying as hard as others. So I just need to look at that. But in here you can see that the away team scored in the 8th minute, and that's why we'll come out with a small loss there, because it was too early in the game for the underdog to score. Obviously it looks like CSK Sofia won the first leg 2-0 away from home, and then somehow this team's away from home and won the second leg 2-0 to get to a draw, because you can see all these penalties down here. So the 90 minutes overall after the 2-0 must have been 2s each on aggregate, and they went to penalties, and then CSK Sofia won on penalties. So to win 2-0 away and then lose 2-0 at home is a bit odd in itself. This one, minus 4p. Bit disappointing that one, because it was the 64th minute and we've still come out with a very small loss, even though the away team went ahead. You can see, yeah, this team was in 6th place in the league. This team's in 17th. They're obviously near the bottom, trying to stave off we went and won 2-0 away to home to 6th place, which is, you know, a shock result basically. It was 0-0 at half time, obviously. Minus 15 pence. Yeah, it was this one I think I'm a bit disappointed with, because the home team went ahead on the 16th minute. Now normally when the home team goes ahead, because they're the favourites, you would tend to find that you'd always make a profit, but obviously lost 15 pence on this one. So I'm not sure what was going on with the odds there. They did actually, the underdog did actually lose the game as well. So, oh, actually, no, sorry. I'm looking for the football. Sorry, my mistake. This is a goal here. I think this is maybe a penalty. I need to learn what these things are. Yeah, sorry, that's a penalty. So it was the away team who scored first in the 12th minute. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's why we've come out with a loss. That explains that one. My error there. And again, another away team win here. It's amazing how many away teams either take the lead and or take the lead and win the game. You can see from these 15 results here. Again there, 69th minute. This is some kind of knockout thing as well. Seems to be all we're getting on at the moment. There's no league placings here. It might be because something to do with being a knockout. And the underdog team took the lead on the 69th minute in that one. And just look at this last one here, minus 14 pence. This was 1-0 to the home team. Again, they were one place below this team in the league, and they took the lead. That looks like a penalty in the 59th minute, and that's come out minus 14 pence. That's probably a little disappointing, because when the home team takes the lead and we're on the home team because they're favourites at under 2.0 odds, I would expect to get a profit, but obviously we didn't on that one. That was only 15 minutes into the second half, more or less. But there's always a chance that the away team comes back and gets a draw. But if these were odds-on favourite, then it's not so much of a chance as getting the goal. So that accounts for the minuses. So you can see that there was a 1-0-0, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 games where the away team took the lead, which is a high percentage. So remembering, we're backing on the home team being favourites if they're less than 2.0, so 1.01 through to 1.99 means that the home team's odds-on favourite. Like under evens, you'll get less back money-wise than what you actually backed them on at the bookies. So it is quite a high percentage. Those 4 out of 15 that have the away team has scored first. We've got a loss here where the home team scored first for whatever reason. I might look into that in a bit more detail if I get many more of those, but that's the only one out of these 15. And then all the others are wins. That top one's an error because it didn't play out. It just laid the bet on, I think it was 2-0 to the home team. So luckily we won it. And then if I look at some of the wins, then this was an 8 pence win. So did the home team take the lead in this one? No, the away team did. But when we come out, we got a 8 pence profit. So happy enough with that. They were in 3rd place and they were in 5th. So again, it's like a relegation round. I believe that's whereby the league splits into 2 near the end of the season, a bit like is it the Premier League in Scotland? Somebody might need to correct me, or 1 or 2 of the leagues in Scotland do that. They split it in half, and if you're in the bottom half, you play in a relegation league, and if you're in the top half, you play in the sort of promotion or to win Europe, to get into Europe and things like that. If it's a Premiership, I'm not sure which leagues it is in Scotland. I've always found it a bit of an odd idea. So then this 36 pence, this has got to be a home team winning. This is the same competition as that other one where you've got 2nd and 3rd place because there's only 4 teams. I think that, they're obviously Australia, and these are maybe Chinese or something like that. This is just some kind of sort of semi-international tournament kind of thing. But yeah, the home team took the lead in the 12th minute, so that's good enough profit considering it was the 12th minute. although the away team did come back into it pretty quickly, but then lost. 21 pence on this one. That was a 1-0 win to the home team. The goal went in the 45th minute and we got 21 pence. Obviously if the goal had went in later we would have got more. 4 pence on this one. This was 5-2 to the home team and it was 3-1 at half time. So I would have expected a little more on that one, but obviously the away team's in 6th place in the league and the home team's in 10th, and they won 5-2, but in the 11th minute we only managed to get 4 pence profit out. I mean, obviously a small profit's better than a loss, and especially one of these big losses where it ends 0-0. I think what we're trying here now on this strategy is obviously get a bit more green than the small reds, because they're kind of, well, they're not equal. The reds are always a lot smaller now, but if you exclude the 0-0s. The other reds are a lot smaller than the greens on average. If you average out, you've got 55, a 49, a 21, a 38, a 36. Whereas yeah, you've got like, you're looking at sort of 13, 14 average. So the greens outweigh the reds a lot more. So we're looking at finding a way of making sure we're not betting on the 0-0s. And like I say, it's 5% chance, and we've had one there out of 15. So based on the probability of getting 1 every 20, we should get another 5 results today, which aren't 0-0. Obviously, you can't guarantee that, but I'm just working on the factors of probability. I'm already 4 pence up. So assuming the next 5 results go sort of 3 greens and 2 reds, or even 3 reds and 2 greens, we should still be in profit. And then we'll work on these negatives, because there's things you can do. You could stay in the game a little bit longer and hope that the odds change in your favour, so you get a bit more profit. So like things like this -4, if we'd stayed in a little bit longer, you can see it ended up 2-0. It would have got into the green, but it might have taken a while because it was the away team who went ahead. Obviously where the home team goes ahead and we're still negative, I might try and tweak the rules to say, well, I only want to trade out on, if a home team goes ahead, I only want to trade out at some kind of profit, or even 0 rather than like little negatives, because I'm not banking on getting like this one, for example. Home team went ahead 1-0 and we still lost 14 pence. They're the ones that want to try and like make sure I don't lose anything. I'm not happy with saying, right, these are odds-on favourites, they've scored a goal. I mean, they only scored a penalty in the 59th minute. I still don't understand why we're coming out at -14 pence there. But if we'd waited until about like the 70th minute, it's risk though. It's higher risk, because the away team could easily come back into the game and score a goal. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a lot more data here, and we'll tweak the strategy as we go, especially if it's faltering or not making us money. And as you can see, these are the games coming up today. Again, it's Friday, so there's not a great deal during the day, but we're on one here at the moment. You can see it's 43 minutes in, it's still 0-0. So if I break that down, we can lose, that's £4.10, £3.10 there. So we'll lose a £3.10 like this one if this game ends 0-0, but hopefully there will be a goal. Like I say, it's 0-0, it's nearly half time. If I look at the stats, we can cringe at these, because yeah, they're not great. 3 shots to the home team, 2 on target, 1 off, and then 1 shot the away team, not on target. Possibly parking the bus, 21% possession by the looks of it, so you'd hope at some point the home team will get a breakthrough. But again, it's one of these sort of group games. And that's it really, I think, for today. I'll just have a quick look through what's coming tonight. Again, it's Friday and there's quite a few games there at 3 o'clock. But they're all in places, I don't know, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, there's a few games. You know, there's games all the time regardless, and that's a good thing about Betfair trading. You can always trade games even if you know nothing about them. I know some people would say, well, you shouldn't be, you should be doing all your sort of research and your pre-match stats and stuff, but I am ultimately looking for a set and forget. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you very much. See you in the next one. Cheers. Bye.